And as Mary mentioned, that latest ABC News and Ipsos poll shows 58% of Americans think former President Trump should be charged with a crime for his role in the riot, which is up from 52% before the hearing started. That same poll found 60% believe the committee's doing a fair and impartial job presenting its case. Investigative reporter Katherine Faulders joins me live now for more on this. Katherine, one of the two Republicans on this committee, Congressman Adam Kinzinger, says he believes Trump's actions rise to a level of criminal involvement. Now, it'll be up to the Department of Justice to decide whether or not to press charges against the former president. So is there a timeline on that decision? How does that work?
Yeah, so DOJ is unlikely to make any charging decisions solely based on what the January 6th committee is finding. So there's two separate investigations going on here. DOJ is running their own. Of course, the committee is also running their own. Now, here's the question, and this is what members of the committee have been debating behind the scenes, is whether they will refer in the form of a formal criminal referral to the Department of Justice, whether they will refer any of Trump's conduct that they found. Now, it's largely a symbolic move if members of the committee do this, but that's the question. Now, we know that the Department of Justice has, behind the scenes, been asking the committee for transcripts of all of their witness interviews. So far, the committee has refused to hand those over. We're told that that could start in July. But in terms of a timeline here, DOJ is working with the time that they have throughout the administration, right, where the committee is trying to get this done before November, before Republicans could potentially take over the House. So they're working with the timeline. On the Department of Justice side, though, they still have some time to go. It's the most massive criminal investigation that they've conducted in the history of their department.
Now, how is former President Trump responding to the committee's accusations that he knew he lost the election and still strategized to try to overturn the results and hold on to the White House anyway?
Yeah, so Trump gave a speech over the weekend on this and essentially called the committee's work a con job. He said they're con artists. He said that none of this is true, essentially, and that he never said what committee members are alleging that, for example, his former vice president said about him. So, look, he's responding in that way. I still think there's a question, though, as to whether the committee and at what point they will send a formal invitation for Trump to speak with them. I think that will also largely be symbolic. But look, he's also posting on Truth Social, his social media app, saying that he's demanding equal time. So I think there's still a lot more to hear from him on that. And then again, whether there will be any sort of formal invitation for him to answer questions in any way before the committee.
And so what can we expect to see in the next hearings tomorrow and Thursday?
As Mary noted, it's going to be focused on the states. His pressure campaign, Trump's alleged pressure campaign behind the scenes to these various different states. We know that the current Secretary of State in Georgia will be testifying before the committee. That will be tomorrow, so that will be largely focused on Georgia. We also know that there will be officials from Arizona testifying. We'll hear more about Ginny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. She had all sorts of emails that she was sending to elected officials in Arizona. That is likely to come up during these hearings this week as well.
Katherine, is there anyone else that you think could end up facing charges as a result of these hearings?
Look, I think if we're tying it directly to the hearings, that's the question. These members are saying, look, we see that there could be a criminal action here by whether it be the president, the former president, or his top aides. But the important thing to remember as it relates to this committee is they don't have any charging power. So the thing that we should be keeping an eye on, and what we've been asking members up there on Capitol Hill, is what conduct do they view as criminal? And will they refer that over to the Department of Justice, who has been charging people connected to January 6th, to the planning of January 6th. Do they actually make that decision? That's not going to come in the next few days. It's likely going to be after they wrap up these hearings and then after they write their report in November.
All right, Katherine Faulders, thank you as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.